Hello there. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments down below because you know I care about you. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Crystal Kyber, as in Kyber Crystals, and I make Star Wars content.
Hey, it's me.
I also do makeup at the same time, so if you are someone who is interested in Star Wars or makeup, then you might want to hang around and subscribe. We have fun here. Oh, you can let me know how you're doing in the comments as well. Like, I also care about you, even though you're new, but you know, it's cool. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 2 ways to get ready to watch the Ahsoka series coming out on August 23rd on DisneyPlus.com. There's a lot of content to watch and read and to prepare for Ahsoka. You have about a month and a half, about 40-ish days, so it's enough time. It's enough time if you're dedicated or if you're casual. I got you. I'm looking out for you. And we're also gonna be doing a makeup look at the same time. Also, I bet you thought that I forgot, but I didn't. Here's my Star Wars mug of the day. It is the Mustafar mug from the Starbucks Star Wars Been There series. Here is a little look at the mug and my mug. And my silly little fun drink is an iced coffee. So nothing exciting, nothing super silly, but you know. Hey guys, Editing Crystal here. I just wanted to come on here really quick and make a disclaimer. Since filming this video, a few things have changed. There's now a writing and actor strike going on, the SAG strike, and I just wanted to make it very clear where I stand, and I stand with the strikers. I think everything that they're asking for is completely reasonable, and I think that everyone needs to be paid on time. I think that everyone deserves residuals. I think that people need to be paid more. I think that we need less corporate greed. Period. While this video does talk about the new Ahsoka series coming out, this video really is about past media and like TV shows and books that have nothing to do with the actor strike, but just so that there's no lines being crossed in the future. Moving forward, I will not be talking about the Ahsoka series in solidarity of the writers and the actors. If you are interested or want more information about the actor strike and the writer's strike, I will have links in the description down below so you can support as you see fit. All right, so back to the video. Also, you might have clocked it, but I have Star Wars nails on right now. I made a little video. It'll probably go up after this video, but you can get a little preview. If this is your first time, I'm not doing a tutorial, but I will have the products that I'm using listed in the description if you're interested. And I try to use as many Star Wars makeup items as I can, so that's kind of fun. So I have 2 ways for you guys to watch Ahsoka or to like prepare for Ahsoka. The first way that I'm going to tell you guys is the full scope of the story, the gut-wrenching, the I'm going to ruin my life on August 23rd way. It's the long way, basically. It is for the dedicated fan, which, you know, I have a feeling that you might be. The second way to prepare for Ahsoka is the Sparks Note version. Your time is limited, you're busy, I get it, but I still got you. I'm gonna start with the first way, which is all the media that you need to consume to get ready for Ahsoka. So I'm gonna recommend TV shows and books. I don't really think you need to watch the Clone Wars movie. I mean, you can if you want, but it's not in my recommended reading list, I should say, or my recommended watch list. So you're gonna wanna start at the Clone Wars TV show. This is where Ahsoka first makes her appearance. 7 seasons seem too daunting. You can honestly just skip up to season 3. Personally, I like seasons 1 and 2. I know a lot of people don't because it's a lot of filler, but they're fun. I think that they're fun. I myself am doing a Clone Wars rewatch, and I have so much fun in the first few seasons. So you can watch seasons 3, 4, and 5, skip season 6 because season 6, she is not even in it. Spoiler. But it's only 13 episodes, so honestly, they're 24 minutes long. You can get through it. I believe in you. You can opt out of season 6 and then jump right to season 7. Now this might be kind of controversial, but you could skip season 7 up until the Siege of Mandalore, which is the series finale. So like the ending to all of Clone Wars. The Siege of Mandalore arc is episodes 9, 10, 11, and 12. I cry every single time. Like, it just hits so deep, especially if you're going on this like really long journey, this 7-season journey with Ahsoka. It is just honestly some of the best Star Wars. I would say it's some of the best Star Wars. Don't skip this one. Not only does the Siege of Mandalore arc wrap up all of Clone Wars, but it's also a companion piece to Revenge of the Sith. I'm telling you guys, like the weight that those 4 episodes hold. Next, you're gonna watch Tales of the Jedi, which is another animated show that just came out this year. And you're gonna watch episodes 1, 5, and 6. These episodes dig a little bit deeper into Ahsoka and who she is as a person and a Jedi. It kind of follows her. It kind of expands on her story. I would say that it's essential for knowing who this character is, but I do want to point out that episode 6 of Tales of the Jedi is basically the animated version of the Ahsoka novel. They're definitely not even, oh my gosh. Fine, we'll clean it up. I highly recommend the Ahsoka novel. We all know that the books are always going to be better than the TV show, and that's just because they can fit in a lot more detail. There's just more time and space to explore character development within novels and books, so definitely check it out. The Ahsoka novel was actually the very first Star Wars book I ever read. It's a relatively easy read, and it's pretty fun, I would say. And, you know, it's a little bit more insight into our girl, which is what we're all here for. The Ahsoka novel covers a little bit of what happens to Ahsoka after Order 66 and what her life looks like. And it talks about her finding purpose and how she became an integral part of the rebellion, which leads us into the Rebels TV show. So let's talk about Rebels. Rebels is 4 seasons. I feel like I'm gonna sound like a robot right now because I'm doing like really intense eyeliner. So the Ahsoka series is basically going to be like a continuation of Rebels, like the live action continuation of Rebels. I would say watching Rebels all the way through is essential. It's like bare minimum. Watching Rebels is bare minimum. The next thing I'm going to have you watch is Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5, The Jedi, which is the first time that we ever see Ahsoka in live action. When I tell you guys that I quite literally died when this episode came out, like I literally died. I filmed like a reaction to this video 3 years ago, but Disney blocked it with their copyright. This is where we first see Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka in live action. It was such a moment in time. Next, you're gonna watch the Book of Boba Fett, Season 1, Episode 6, From the Desert Comes a Stranger. I know, I have to watch Book of Boba Fett. I mean, you don't have to, but our girl Ahsoka's there, and it's kind of a big moment with Luke and Ahsoka being on screen together. That's huge. That's a huge moment. I mean, you can't lie. It's not the moment that like I would have wanted, but next I'm gonna recommend some extra credit reading, and that is 2 Thrawn trilogies. Ideally, you're gonna wanna read Heir to the Empire first, which was written a million years ago by Timothy Zahn, who is the creator of Thrawn. And that deals with like what happens to the original trilogy characters after Return of the Jedi. That trilogy is no longer canon. That is Legends, but I heard it's a fun read. I personally haven't read them yet. Heir to the Empire includes Dark Force Rising and The Last Command. Put that on your reading list, or your listening list, I should say. The prequel, which was written more recently, and it's just Thrawn. It includes Thrawn Alliances and Treason. It's like the prequel of like how Thrawn got to be part of the Empire. It's basically everything that you need to be prepared for Ahsoka come August 23rd. I know that it's a lot of media, but like I said, I believe in you. You can do it. It's only going to enhance the viewing experience when it comes to Ahsoka. So watch as much of it as you can. I really am having a hard time speaking today. It's only gonna make the viewing experience of Ahsoka that much better. To like really understand her character and to just go with her on this ride, I think is gonna be so much fun. Like, I'm so excited. I have everything on screen now of everything I just said, so if you want, you can screenshot it, send it to a friend, let me know how it works out for you. Yeah. Okay, up next, the cheat sheet. So Disney Plus did put up an Ahsoka Tano Essentials category on DisneyPlus.com, on the app or on your TV or whatever you watch it on. It is 30 episodes, so pretty manageable, and it spans 5 TV series. The Clone Wars, Rebels, Mando, Book of Boba Fett, and Tales of the Jedi. Most of the episodes are like less than 30 minutes long, except for maybe Mando and Book of Boba Fett. So very easy for you to get through. And I think that you'll get like a very quick version of like who Ahsoka is and her story and why we all care about her so much. I do still recommend watching Rebels because like I mentioned earlier, the Ahsoka series is basically the Rebels series continued. So I really think that watching Rebels is going to be bare minimum because it's not just about Ahsoka. We're going to want to know more about Sabine and like her relationship with Ezra, what happened to Ezra, what happened to Thrawn, Hera. You're going to want to know all these characters, and so I really, really recommend watching Rebels. But I'll tell you what, skip the first season. You don't need to watch it. I really don't think you need to watch the first season of Rebels. For me personally, it was the most painful to get through. I've tried rewatching Rebels, and that first season, man. Though I think watching the second season on is really going to give you a good sense of the characters and the story and where you're going from. So now the question here is, do you need to watch anything to prepare for Ahsoka? And the answer is no. At least I hope not. I'm pretty much done with my recommended reading / watching. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of share my thoughts right now. I hope that Ahsoka can be a standalone series, but Ahsoka came from animated TV, you know, like that's like Ahsoka's start, so it kind of makes sense to watch like where she came from or like why she's such a popular character. Like unfortunately, I think that Star Wars has kind of become a victim to the Marvel effect. Is that what people are calling it? Where there's just so much crossover and there's just so much happening, and you have to watch this show to understand this show, and you have to watch this because part of this show happens over here. Like I really hate that. But it's made it complicated for fans, even fans like me, to keep up with Star Wars. And it kind of already was complicated for people that don't watch Star Wars. They're like, do I watch episode 4, 5, and 6? Do I watch episode 1, 2, 3? Like it's already complicated, and I feel like it's just getting more and more complicated. I think that there's something really important to mention here, and that is Ahsoka's rise in popularity came from 7 seasons of the Clone Wars. And the Clone Wars series spanned over 13 years. That is a long time, 13 years. Like, people literally grew up with Ahsoka. I mean, Ahsoka's rise in popularity has been so big that Lucasfilms has continued to explore her story in other mediums and in other TV shows. Like, she didn't show up in any of the movies. So it's really validating to see her on screen with Mando or with Luke Skywalker. Like I mentioned earlier, that was like such a big moment. But Ahsoka transcended animation, and that's huge. So while it might not be necessary to watch the Clone Wars or Rebels to understand what is happening in the Ahsoka show, I mean, I really hope that's not the case. It might just, you know, make it a little bit better, like enrich the story a little bit more. I mean, there's a reason why we love Ahsoka Tano so much, and there's a reason why she has just like transcended animation into live action, and that is also why people like me feel like a little protective over her, because like I love Rosario Dawson. I think that she does a great job with Ahsoka. I think that she really loves the character, but she's not Ashley Eckstein, you know? Like, Ashley really brought so much heart to Ahsoka, like so much heart to Ahsoka. Ashley is Ahsoka Tano. Let me know how you guys plan on preparing for the Ahsoka series. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that I missed or how you're gonna prepare to watch the show. If you've made it this far, leave me a blue, white, and orange heart for Ahsoka Tano for my eyeliner moment. I will see you guys on the next one. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, and may the force be with you. Bye. At the, it says, oh my God, I cannot speak today. And it says, oh my God.